I had to hop on that cartoon cake trend. Let me show you how I did mine. So first I baked and cooled some Red Velvet swirl cakes, 3 to be exact, then I cut a big old triangle out the middle. I wanted my cake to be really big. I was going for a big slice. Once I got it all sliced up, now it's time to start buttercreaming it up. So I made some buttercream that I put on the bottom of the disc, and I laid that first triangle on top. I just kept on doing this over and over again until I got all the way to the top. I made the buttercream layers in between the cakes then like I was in high school, so it wouldn't sit too high and it wouldn't be that hard to navigate. But of course, put as much buttercream as your heart desires. Once it was all stacked, it's time to get that crumb coat. The crumb coat is exactly what it's called, crumb coat. Get all them crumbs locked in the fridge, 30 minutes. After that, it should be set. Get your second layer of buttercream on top of there. This is my final coat, and it could be as thin or as thick as you want it to be. But this part needs to be really, really smooth if you want your fondant to lay smoothly on the cake. And baby, mine was giving smooth already. I got my icing scraper and I smoothed up the sides, the top, and the bike. And once it was smooth as my edges, I went ahead and put it in the fridge for 2 hours, aka overnight. Next day, I got it, but I started working on the fondant. I got some powdered sugar down on the baking mat, so I needed that fondant so it could be nice and smooth. Once I got it nice and pliable, I added some yellow food coloring. This yellow food color resembles the cake slice. Child, you gotta knead your shoulders away till it's nice and smooth and there's no streaks in the fondant. Once it was nice and colored, I went ahead and started rolling it out. I rolled it to about a 2 centimeter thickness, I think. Don't quote me. I just eyeball it. Once I got it thin enough, I went ahead and put some water on my cake. Only on the part I was laying the fondant on at that moment, and I laid my fondant on and I smoothed it out real good. I got my fondant smooth to make sure it was stuck on that cake, baby, and I cut off any excess fondant. And for that, you could just use an X-Acto knife. It doesn't have to be too perfect because you're going to line it in black later on. And this is a layered fondant cake. I think it took me about 3 to 4 minutes to get all this extra fondant off this cake. And once it was all off, it's time to work on my second color, which was the pink, which is going to be sitting on top of the yellow to make it look like it's frosting on top of the cake. Same thing as before, roll it all out till the color is all up in there. Remember, no streaks. Then go ahead and roll it out thin thick and then put it on top of the cake once you add your water. I'm covering the top and the back of this cake with this pink. I cut out my little swirl lines freehand. You can use a cutter for this part if you want to, but I wanted to do it freehand so it looked more natural. I tried showing y'all what I was doing it, but baby, that angle was hard. But already, I'm in love. And this me doing it at the angle where y'all can see me doing it, and baby, my back still hurt. And child, it was hard to see as well. For this, you have to go deep, but not too deep because you do not want to cut the yellow fondant up. Once you get the top part on, do the back part as well. Just smooth it on and clean off any excess. This blue fondant will represent the icing in between the layers of this cartoon cake. Get a small brush, put some water on there, and just press down that blue fondant. Okay, it's giving cake slice, baby. Then I freehand sculpted some fondant to make it look like whipped cream and cherry on top. And use this clay shooter to get the black lines perfect. Again, lay some water down, throw them lines on there, and smooth it in. This part was a little bit harder than it looked. Once everything is outlined, go ahead and give it a steam bath, and baby, you got boom. Cartoon cake. This was entirely way too fun to make. I just loved how it turned out. Ain't it cute? Alright, bye.